Okay, let's dive in. We are looking at a space where personal data, huge tech advancements, and some really high-stakes business goals all collide.
And the scale is just, it's already massive.
It is. I mean, OpenAI's own numbers show that over 230 million people are already asking their chatbot health questions every single week.
That number alone just paints a picture, doesn't it? People are already sort of turning to AI for an informal first opinion, but what we're seeing now is a huge step forward from that.
A huge high-risk step forward.
Exactly, with the launch of ChatGPT Health in the US.
Right. And that's the big news we're digging into today. This new feature, it isn't just about summarizing general medical facts anymore. It's designed to analyze your life.
Your personal medical records.
Yeah, and it pulls in all that sensitive data from fitness apps. We're talking Apple Health, your Peloton stats, MyFitnessPal logs. The whole idea is to give you personalized health advice just for you.
And that right there, that's the core conflict, isn't it? You have this incredible promise of, personalized health empowerment, which sounds amazing.
It does.
But then on the other side, you have this immense immediate risk. You're sharing the most sensitive data imaginable with a platform that is, let's be honest, commercially ambitious and still evolving.
Health data just demands a different level of security. So our mission today is to really unpack the safeguards OpenAI says it has in place.
And then weigh those claims against the really serious privacy concerns that experts are raising.
Especially from places like the Center for Democracy and Technology, we need to get what the real consequences are for your personal data, particularly in the U.S.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. What does this tool actually do?
Well, OpenAI's goal is pretty clear. They want to use all this intimate data to give you, and I'm quoting here, more relevant responses to your health questions.
But they're also being extremely careful with their language. You can see they're trying to manage expectations, probably for liability reasons.
Oh, for sure. They keep stressing that this is meant to support, not replace, medical care.
Right. It's not for diagnosis. It's not for treatment plans. It's a support tool.
And to get ahead of the privacy freakout that you know is coming, they've been very public about their so-called enhanced privacy measures. What are they actually claiming?
They're making two really big promises. The first is that your conversations inside ChatGPT Health will be stored separately from all your other chats.
So like in a different folder, a secure silo.
Supposedly. And the second claim, which is maybe even more important for the future of their model, is that this health data will not be used to train their AI tools.
That's a huge claim. They're also rolling it out pretty cautiously, right? Just a small wait list in the U.S. to start.
Yeah, a phased approach. It suggests they know how sensitive this is. But, I mean, even if we take them at their word, data separation, no training, we still have to deal with the technology itself. Generative AI has some known issues.
Exactly. You have to balance the promise with the documented flaws. We know for a fact these chatbots are prone to generating false or misleading information. We call it hallucinating.
And when you apply that flaw to someone's personal medical records, the stakes just go through the roof.
And it's not just that it gets things wrong. A medical error is always dangerous, but it's how it delivers that error that's so concerning.
That's the terrifying part. The false information, it's not presented with a disclaimer. It's often stated in a very matter-of-fact, convincing way.
Because the AI is designed to sound confident.
Extremely confident. Now, imagine that confidence, but it's backed up by an analysis of your own personal data. So if the chatbot looks at your blood pressure history, your last 10 workouts, and it tells you, convincingly, to try a certain supplement.
You're much more likely to believe it.
Of course, because it feels so specific to you. It bypasses your normal sense of skepticism.
So that's the danger zone. This mix of deep personalization with confident, but maybe totally false advice.
It's a powerful feedback loop. The more personal the data, the more authoritative the AI seems, even if it's just making things up.
Which brings us right to the business side of this.
Yeah.
This isn't just a software update. It's a massive commercial move.
A huge one.
People in the industry are already calling it a watershed moment. Max Sinclair pointed out that OpenAI is trying to position the chatbot as a trusted medical advisor.
That phrase, trusted medical advisor, tells you everything you need to know about the ambition here. Sinclair also said this could reshape both patient care and retail.
And the retail part is key.
It's incredibly revealing. Think about it. If the AI sees from your diet app that you're low on energy, it's not just going to suggest you get more sleep.
No, it's positioned to influence what you buy to fix that problem.
Exactly. So if it analyzes my MyFitnessPal and sees I'm, say, low on magnesium, it doesn't just tell me that. It could become this incredibly powerful, targeted ad channel pushing me toward a specific brand of supplements.
Or even a specific grocery store.
Precisely. And for OpenAI, the stakes are massive because the competition is just relentless.
Right. They're feeling the heat from rivals like Google's Gemini.
Which makes this feature a potential game changer for them. All these AI firms are leaning hard into personalization because that's how they boost their value. It's how they stand out.
And that's the core tension again. The drive for hyper-personalization demands more of your sensitive data.
Which makes the service more valuable to you.
But at the same time, it makes it far, far riskier if that data isn't perfectly locked down.
And this is exactly what privacy advocates are focusing on. It moves us into the really deep consequences for data protection.
So let's get into those specific warnings. Andrew Crawford from the Center for Democracy and Technology, he's very direct about this. He says it's crucial to have airtight safeguards.
And airtight is the perfect word. His biggest concern ties right back to the business models we were just talking about. Advertising. Monetization.
Crawford specifically warns that if OpenAI moves to explore advertising as a business model, that separation they promised between health data and your general chats, it has to be completely unbreakable.
It has to be. Because if those two data sets ever bleed into each other, even by accident, the privacy disaster would be just catastrophic.
What would that look like?
Well, you could have a chronic condition you discussed in the health chat suddenly being used to serve you targeted ads across the web. Or worse, that private health info could leak to data brokers. The potential for discrimination is enormous.
What's really telling here is where this is being rolled out. It's only available in the U.S. It's very deliberately not available in the UK, Switzerland, or anywhere in the European Economic Area. Why is that dividing line so clear?
It's all about regulation. Simple as that. The EEA, the UK, they have frameworks like GDPR. And those laws have strict rules about processing and protecting user data.
So in Europe, they would face much higher legal hurdles.
Much higher. Those rules demand things like privacy by default and explicit consent for processing sensitive data like medical records. Launching this there would mean immediate, intense legal scrutiny.
So this rollout map isn't a coincidence. They're piloting this high-risk feature in a regulatory environment that's, well, a lot more permissive.
It's a regulatory safe zone for them. They know the rules are different.
Which leads us to the most important question. If Europe has these strict mandatory rules, what are the actual consequences for you, the user in the US, where those rules don't really apply to an AI company?
Crawford spells it out pretty clearly. This launch means that some firms, not bound by privacy protections, will start collecting and using your health data.
What does he mean not bound? Don't we have laws like HIPAA?
We do, but HIPAA typically only applies to what are called covered entities. So your hospital, your doctor's office, your insurance company, a big tech company that isn't a healthcare provider often falls outside of that traditional protection.
So you're giving them health data, but they aren't bound by traditional health privacy laws.
You've hit the nail on the head. The level of protection becomes voluntary. It's set by the company's own internal policy, not mandated by law.
And because it's up to each company to set the rules, as Crawford says, any weak policy can put sensitive health information in real danger.
It means you, the user, are basically just trusting OpenAI's current promises. Promises that could change with a new CEO or new market pressures. You're not protected by a legally enforced, airtight safeguard.
The risk isn't just a technical glitch, it's a structural one.
It puts the entire burden of privacy back on you, the individual. And that's a huge ask when you're dealing with systems this complex.
Okay, this has been a really critical deep dive. Let's just quickly recap the two sides of this. On the one hand, there's this undeniable, powerful utility.
A genuine promise, really. Analyzing complex personal health data could lead to amazing customized advice and better health for people. Real empowerment.
But on the other hand, you have the incredible risk that comes with the sensitivity of that data.
And that risk is just magnified by the flaws of the AI itself, its tendency to state false information with total confidence.
And it's all happening inside these regulatory gaps, where company policy is standing in for actual law, especially as the push towards monetizing your data gets stronger and stronger.
It's the ultimate cost of convenience question, but the stakes here, your health and your privacy, are about as high as they get.
Which leaves us, and you, with a final thought to chew on.
We know these tech firms are driven by competition and valuation to push for ever deeper hyper-personalization. And we know the current rules in the launch market let these massive companies basically write their own rules for handling your most sensitive data. So the question is, what is the true hidden cost of convenience when you start talking to an AI that wants to be your trusted medical advisor? Is the burden of security on you, or should it be on the law?